normal stuff, so not like BDSM or I don't know what you heard about Germany.
What is extreme?
Extreme is kind of a relative term.
It depends on the person. Like probably something that is like extreme for me is not extreme for the viewers or for you.
I don't know. I don't personally understand it. It doesn't do anything for me.
Yeah, I'm not much of a really extreme or weird kind of person. I'm just pretty average.
I guess the craziest thing is I took like an 11.5-inch huge black cock in my mouth and vagina.
Extreme porn that I've done isn't really extreme. I've done a DP.
Double or dual penetration, a wiener in your vagina and a wiener in your butthole at the same time.
Was with very well-endowed men. It was extreme just because their dicks were so huge and there was one in each hole.
DPs aren't extreme anymore. I feel like the extreme bar just keeps getting raised.
BDSM thing, I guess, or whatever. I don't know, like tied up and hit with whips and stuff like that. And that was pretty cool.
Just like the shooting weird stuff up my butt.
Shooting golf balls out of my butt and taking a baseball bat inside.
I shoot a lot of things related to golden showers, and most of the people think that that's pretty extreme, but I really like it, and I mean, like, it's part of my sexual life, so I think it's something like super normal.
I'm getting fucked while on my period and then have to suck my period off of someone's dick, so I'm guessing that might be the most extreme.
It's one of my best friends. She's extreme. She does extreme anal. The last scene she did, instead of getting fucked by the dick, she got fucked by the balls. And they like stuck their balls in her butt and they fucked her that way.
One that I did recently with Rocco Siffredi, spitting all over each other. Like, I'm pretty sure afterwards I had to take off like 2 weeks.
I've been hung from a ceiling before and completely tied up, you know, the whole 9 yards, the whole thing, and strung up by my little tippy toes and for a very long time, and then I was swinging back and forth. I was like
I got tied up and whipped, and I had a gag ball in my mouth.
A lot of corporal punishment things, which means you are giving out physical pain.
I'm really masochist, so I always ask for pain, as much pain as possible. And I really like rough sex and hard shoots. They suspended me from my ankles to the ceiling, only my ankles, and then they forced me to do a blowjob, and it was fucking hard. And then, yeah, well, all the shoot was like terrible in a good way. I mean, like, I was crying for the pain, but it was really, really funny.
She like can put like all types of stuff in her butt, extreme stuff. Like, I think she put a part of a wine bottle, the big part.
Doused, like completely doused people in squirt, because I have pretty explosive squirt.
I had squirt and he had came, and so like I had his cum and my squirt on my stomach, so I like rubbed it all together and like licked it off my hands and his hands. That's probably the craziest thing I've ever done, but it was really sexy. Like, it really turned me on. Like, I don't know, thinking about it now, I'm like, ew, what the fuck?
Prolapsing is fucking extreme.
Somebody just explained to me recently that vaginal prolapse exists.
Basically when the insides come outside. Yeah, that's not something I ever want to do.
Just the idea of prolapse in general kind of terrifies me.
I would like to see a prolapsed asshole in real life, though. I think that would be interesting.
And then she does like where she puts food in her butt and she pops it out and eats it.
I top 2 girls who service a man, and there are several other tops that kind of jump in, and then there's this huge, enormous fucking BDSM swinger party fuckfest extravaganza that just swirls around us, where people are squirting, fucking each other. Somebody made a helmet for blowjobs that had bike handles on the side of a fucking scooter helmet.
I think the most extreme thing to me was when I was taken down in my very first gangbang with a zip tie around my neck, just pulling me to the ground. And I remember we had to do it more than once, because they're like, oh, it has to look realistic. So I think that was the most extreme. That was one of those moments where I was like, okay, I am going to cross my fingers and hope to live.
We did all of our crazy stuff in the late 90s and early 2000s when we could get away with most of it. And we were actually shooting in a restaurant while it was open.
Yeah, so one side of the restaurant, there are people eating and having their breakfast and their lunches, and in the other side, we're straight up shooting a porno. The busboys are walking through, the chefs are there. You could get away with murder back then, basically.
And I got to kill a bitch, and so I was the wife, and he was cheating on me, and we absolutely portrayed me killing her. Like it was, I had the bloody knife, and I stalked her, and I went after her, and then I killed her, and then we had hot sex afterwards. It was pretty fun.